Remember that one time I filmed an entire 20-minute long video and it was out of focus the whole time? I'm sad, Amari. So we're just gonna jump right on into this video again. Let me start off by saying I'm gonna be looking at my laptop for notes because I like to be prepared, and I am gonna try and get all of this out maybe quicker than 20 minutes because that's a lot of footage to edit, and I want to be able to just give you guys a glimpse into our lives the past year and a half. So first off, welcome to my channel. Thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified of when I upload new videos. Let's just like address the elephant in the room. Danae, did you get a nose ring? Yes and no. It's fake. I gotta be honest with y'all. It's definitely not real. I actually do want to get my nose pierced at some point. Maybe next week actually, but we'll see how that goes. I'm just kind of scared of needles, so that's one reason why I've been putting it off, and two, none of the like tattoo places have been open, so I haven't really been able to get it done. So that's the update. Everyone's like, oh, you got your nose pierced? It definitely looks like it, and I'm not trying to be a fake. I just wanted to test it out and see how I liked it on myself. So I might be getting one, but we shall see. If you are interested in getting your nose pierced, but you're like me, you're not really sure if you can like pull it off or if you really like the look, I definitely would recommend getting some fake ones first. It works pretty well. I'll link the ones that I got on Amazon down below, and they were only like maybe $10, I think, for like a pack of 12. So if you lose one, you got 11 more. I'm sorry if I sound like I'm rushing through this. Again, this is the second time I filmed this, and the first time was just so good, and I'm really sad that like it didn't work and it wasn't focused. So hopefully this time it will be focused. Right around the time that I published my last video, which was my testimony video, a couple different things happened. So first off, that was a very interesting video to post. Personally, I was really excited. I was like, man, this video is gonna be epic. I like picked out the music and like bought the rights for the music and all that stuff. And I was just so excited, not to like put on a show to glorify myself, but obviously to glorify the Lord and what He's done in my life. But it was definitely a moment where I was just doing the best that I could to kick opinion of man in the face and just say, you know what, this is what God has done for me. And a few people knew of my testimony before then, but now most of you probably do that are watching this channel. Right about the time that I had released that, I had been dipping my toes into a Young Living business. Now, you guys will know from like past videos and like my health history, acne history, all of that. Y'all will know that I'm very passionate about health and wellness and fitness and holistic things. So Young Living just seemed like a great avenue to dip my feet into and get involved with. I'm sorry if you can hear that sound. It's our AC unit. It like makes a weird noise, but it'll shut off in like 2 seconds. I loved that business. I think it was definitely challenging for sure. Being an introvert and like pushing me out of my comfort zone was not the most obviously comfortable position to be in, but I loved how connected I was to a community that was passionate about similar things that I was. And I feel like I don't really have a lot of that here. I have a couple friends that are Young Living fans and they just love it so much, but a lot of people in my life weren't really familiar with like health and wellness, and I feel like it's not super popular in Waco or like the region that I'm in, and so compared to like LA where like everybody and their mamas is like vegan or vegetarian or whatever. So it was fun. It was fun getting to meet people and connect with people from all over the country, just being able to build a business with such great camaraderie. And I definitely recommend, if you are interested in Young Living, feel free to ask me questions. I'm not gonna like pitch my business to you in this video, but just want to give you some backstory. So I had been doing that up until like pretty heavy and like focused up until like September or October of last year. So Around that time, my dad actually moved in with us beginning of September, and that brought a lot of joy, but it also brought a lot of challenges. My parents had divorced when I was 5, and so I'd gone to see my dad over the weekend, but we didn't really have like a lot of like daily doing life together kind of years. So it was very interesting to navigate that as, you know, being a newlywed and married and like still being his daughter, but like establishing boundaries and like things like that. So it was good. It was challenging, but I'm thankful for the season. So that in combination with Young Living and my work. So the fall was a very busy season. The place that I work at, it's a boutique, but they also do like vendor shows every fall, which is huge for them. And so a big season of focus for me. I found myself just having to learn new things and figure out what worked best for me, and like organizing and processing and just distributing, and it was a lot. So you're probably like, that doesn't sound like anything. It is very much a full-time job, and I definitely probably worked more than full-time in the fall, certain weeks, just because there was just so much to get done and so much to process and do, and but I wouldn't trade it. I love my job, I love what I do, and I love our team that we have there. Needless to say, the fall brought a lot more things on my plate, and I had to step back from Young Living a little bit. So I'm still doing Young Living to a degree. I'm just not heavy hitting, like building a massive business as I was when I first started. If you're interested in oils, again, not a plug or pitch, but if you're interested or if you have questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll definitely be able to answer, or reach out to someone who can provide that answer for you. But Matt and I still use the products today. We love it. One of the things about my dad living with us was he actually lived with us until May 10th, which was a lot longer than all of us had expected. And that's a long time. It's like 8 or 9 months. And it was just very interesting dynamics and figuring out how to adapt and communicate. Like, we had to really increase our communication skills and stretch ourselves in that area so that we could keep the peace in the home. Not that it was tense or crazy, we just needed to communicate better. End of October, Matt and I actually took our anniversary trip to Colorado. Oh, y'all, Colorado is beautiful any season. I had been there in the summer previously, and so getting to go in the fall was amazing. We had just missed the orange and reds and all the pretty colors, but it was still gorgeous. I mean, the mountains are literally beautiful any time of year. We got to go to Estes Park, Colorado Springs, Denver, and Boulder. We literally hit all the major cities this side of the Rockies, so it was really, really pretty and super enjoyable just to disconnect and get away and be with each other. And it was the first time that Matt had actually seen the Rocky Mountains, or I think maybe like mountains like that in general. And so it was fun to like experience that with him and just like get to share that excitement with him, because he knew that I loved Colorado and he loved the thought of mountains. But I guess like being there in real time and seeing them, it was just so fun to experience together. When we got back from our trip, like a week or 2 later, we actually found Amari. So I'll do a separate video kind of talking about how we found her and walking you guys through what that looked like. So we technically adopted her, but it wasn't from a shelter. Long story, we'll go into it. I'll probably like bring Matt into that and we can share that story with you. Literally the best dog though. She's gorgeous. We love her so much. She is a hoot and a half. Oh, she is probably the most well-behaved dog. We're just trying to get her more socialized to be around other dogs, because that's one thing that she's definitely growing in. But quarantine didn't really help with that. So, second to last thing that I wanted to talk about was my hormones. So about probably like an underlying theme or issue that I've been dealing with for the past year, I'd say. And some of that not even realizing like what was going on. My hormones were worse than they were when they were messed up before or imbalanced before, but to a different degree. So this time I didn't have like cystic acne. I don't struggle with anything like that. Sorry y'all, there's like so many gnats right now because of the heat. I did have like weight gain, mood swings, night sweats, all these things. And I'll make, like the Amari video, I'll make another video talking about my hormones and just giving you guys an update on that if you're interested. But for those of you that are curious like what I mean by like they were worse, so basically all of my reproductive hormones, DHEA, testosterone, progesterone, estrogen, and the ratio were like rock bottom. And you're probably like, what does that mean? So basically my body was telling me that I was in a premenopause state and I'm only 25. So what we thought was probably happening was my adrenals were kind of getting out of whack, which was a perfect timing to like, you know, to start trying to de-stress and reduce stress on my body going into the lockdown and stepping into this whole new COVID reality that we've been in for the past few months. But I've had to take necessary measures like going on walks and yoga and all these different things to just try and help my body adjust and heal, help my adrenals heal. But again, I don't want to go into too much detail or else this video would be 30 minutes long. So kind of in line with COVID, shortly after Texas or like Waco got shut down or shelter in place, Matt actually got laid off from his job. So yeah, it wasn't unexpected, but it was like, oh, okay. But thankfully the Lord just really provided for us in this season, and I was still able to work remotely because we were getting a website built for our stores, and that was a whole tank in itself, a whole beast monster to tackle. But we did it, and I'm so proud. That thing is literally like my baby now. But I'm just thankful that the Lord was able to provide for us, and I was able to work remotely from home and still bring in some income. But I want to be sensitive and recognize that I know a lot of you may not be in that situation, so I don't want to come across as like I'm bragging or anything like that. It's all the Lord. But if you have been recently laid off or if you're on furlough right now, I just want to say I feel you. Maybe not necessarily in this season, but Matt and I have been there where we've been from paycheck to paycheck or just like kind of struggling financially. And one thing I can encourage you with is that God is sovereign and He is faithful. And I believe that He can provide for you in more ways than you can imagine. Something that has been really bringing me joy in this season has been decorating our house. You guys, I have like bit the bullet and just started decorating. For like the first 2 years of marriage, I had like, you know, these are from our wedding, which is an easy decoration to put up. But I hadn't really invested into getting decor, updating our furniture. In the past year and a half, we have gotten a few fun upgrades like this sofa, or this couch, whatever, and like our chairs and our table. Matt and I have been working on some fun like DIY projects like shelving and nightstand table things, and I'm just really excited. I get really pumped up about home decor and just creating a welcoming, loving, and warm, cozy environment in my home, and just making the most of the space that we have. So that has been super fun. I want to make videos just giving you like a house tour and walking through like the different ideas and plans that we have for each room, and different updates and furniture that we want to purchase, different additions that we want to bring into the home, but also kind of like take a step back and say like, hey, we used to have this old couch, now we have this one. It's a really cool story how we got this couch, but hashtag Facebook Marketplace is the bomb. That's kind of my life update in a nutshell. Like I said, I'll go into more detail and make more videos about specific topics, but I didn't want this to be a super long video. So Thanks for jumping in. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being patient. And I'm so excited to be making more videos again. If you have any recommendations or anything that you're curious about, leave a comment down below. And don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more videos as they come out, all the house tours and all those things. So anyways, I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time.